Okay, I'm making this video because just digging around a little bit, trying to figure out why people have this idea in their head that I'm some kind of criminal, or why, like, they've even said things to me over the past, in the past, like when I had my pistol, I had somebody say to me, "Well, you're not allowed to have a gun, are you?" And it just strikes you as like, what? Where did that come from? Like, why would you even say that? What information did you get that led you to the belief that I'm not allowed to have a gun? Like, these are the little things, if you're a TI that you come across, and you're able to come to the conclusion that somebody obviously tampered with your identity. It's not just a smear campaign at that point anymore. They're going above and beyond, doing much more than that. So I've looked into several different things. I've seen so many different whacked out things about my identity. It's not even funny. But this one in particular, now somebody needs the answer for this. So I'm going to make this video before I go, asking the right questions to the right people, because somebody has to be held responsible for this, because not everybody has the ability to fiddle with people's criminal background history, right? So when your criminal background history comes back with all this weird shit in it, right? Then that narrows it down, doesn't it, to who the culprit is. Of course, it's possible that hackers hacked into some criminal records and tampered with them, but come on, use your common sense. Why would anybody care to hack into a law enforcement or the court system's servers and alter those records? I think it'd be a lot easier if they were already in that position, able to just make anybody's record look however they wanted. So as I'm looking at mine, I pay for a service to look back at some of this stuff. And whenever I look up the actual numbers that I'm looking at here, there's nothing shows up at all. Like, I can't even see it. So we're going to have to do some FOIA requests to get the actual information, and figure out how are they able to alter the criminal background information that these third-party companies get this information on the internet. They get like my identity check, when I through Been Verified or through Truth Finder. When I looked up my information through those services. It's funny, the people that are listed as like my accomplices and my known social profiles through social media like Facebook and stuff like that. The people that are on those records, it's funny, because I would say all day long, well, those are my perps, clear as day. So these places get this information somewhere, right? And here's where you got to ask the right questions. Why would certain people's information show up on your identity check for like social media accounts and profiles, email addresses, stuff like that absolutely shouldn't be there? But you know the people, you know who the people are. But there's no reason that you can think of why those people will be listed on your identity, on your identity profile. So this has happened, and I could say the names that are on it, but they know who they are. As far as YouTube goes, the people watching this video probably don't know who these people are, so they don't really care about who the people are. And the perps watching this video know exactly who they are, and they know exactly who's on those those records that I looked up, because they're the ones that did this, and they know they did this. So they don't, there's no question there. The question is I asked the question because I already know the answer. Who the people are that did this. But as far as who do I talk to get some accountability, to hold some feet to the fire, so that these people can't just keep doing this to people, because it's fucking sick. It's sick in the head. It needs to stop. So here's just some records that I looked up on myself that are absolutely not true at all. But I can think of the situations and what might have happened here. And they're going to use plausible deniability and say, oops, we made a mistake, which is fucking bullshit. Because these people that made the mistake, there's a reason that all my perps are prison guards and first responders. They're all in the same little fucking club. They're firemen, first responders, prison guards. A lot of prison guards. So my brother did 5 years in Houtsdale State Prison. Our names are not similar at all. Our records, our ages are not similar at all. But what is similar here is there's a story that somebody told me, just coincidence, this is a coincidence, that they were traveling on a state bus. Okay, this is a state prison bus that takes you to the one place in the state where they classify you before they tell you where you're going to go, what state prison you're going to do your time at. And they're riding with this person to get classified. This person claims that they knew me. They knew my name. They said they rode on a bus to get classified with me, and they were convinced. This is third party story, but either way. They said, yeah, I know him. Yeah, this is his name, and he said he did this. Now, what they said was, they claimed that I was, or that my brother was me, and that he did, or I did what he did. Okay, so that was the story. Was apparently my brother told somebody on the state bus. The story was he was me. So he was obviously part of the plan at one point. Had to be, because he was telling people he was me. Other prisoners, it was probably a form of protection or something, some way so they protect Chets. You know what I mean? I'm no fucking pedophile protector, but these people obviously have protected him for some reason. Well, so that they could tarnish my name. They had to protect him, and they used him, and they swapped our identities around or some shit. I don't know. But here's, this is a slideshow of just some of these records that have fucking case numbers and everything that are absolutely fucking false. Like bad checks? Nope. Never wrote a bad check in my life. Never charged with writing a bad check in my life. Absolutely fucking lie. That never happened. But I know, who did? My brother. And then here's more bad checks. And there's other ones too. There's this traffic one coming up here that I can't put my finger on because it makes no sense. Let's see here. Now a lot of these like were me. Well, not these ones. But I have a lot of traffic violations in my record. That's what my, right there, that one right there. Now let's pause that. See this? Received your suspected fictitious or altered, etc. driver's license. Okay, that right there. Never fucking happened. Absolutely didn't. But that goes right along with the identity. See the identity charge thing right here? But this charge, if you look at the numbers, like the docket numbers, they correspond with some other docket numbers and some other charges. So somebody fudged some records here in the past, obviously, because I was hearing stories from people who thought I was some kind of Chet. I heard that, I heard that I was a Chet, and that explains where I get the dirty looks from people. That explains 100% why people would give me dirty looks, and that's one way to recruit people to be perps. I'd probably join too if there was a group of people that got together to do some shit to somebody who did some shit to some kids. I'm all for that too. Vigilante justice as far as that goes. I can 100% see how easy it would be to recruit some people to do this shit, right? So that being said, that's what I have figured out, just through, and I've known this for shit for a year and a half now. I guess I just never made a video about it. And but these people want to keep doing this stupid bullshit and playing these stupid games, and they involve my family, which is more fucked up than you can imagine. They have been a main reason. I guarantee they've been the main reason why my ex-wife won't even talk to her kids now. Now, how sick is that? How fucked up is that? That they intimidate somebody, and whatever they told her, she fucking won't talk to me. Like, she's deathly afraid to even talk to me or correspond with me whatsoever, and it doesn't make any fucking sense. But the collateral damage in the whole situation are my kids don't get to have their fucking mother in their life, and that's bullshit. That's sicker than you can imagine. That's where the whole vigilante fucking gang stalking fucking bullshit is horrible and needs to stop. You know, they think that they're justified doing stuff to TIs because maybe a TI made a mistake or something. Everybody makes mistakes, and let me tell you, the people doing this shit are way, way worse than any TI that they're gang stalking. Yeah, that's the sick part. And it's high time that people know this. Regular, everyday people that have no idea. They have no idea that your firemen, your fucking cops, the people that are there to protect and serve you are doing this shit. This sick shit to people, right? I mean, this is stalking, harassment, fraud, identity theft, breaking and entering, kidnapping, like the shit that they're doing, drugging people. And then I can only imagine how many of them are sick, twisted, like God only knows what they do as far as, like, you know, at night behind closed doors. Who God only knows. And that's for God to sort out. You know, law enforcement's not going to do it, obviously, when it's law enforcement that is the problem. So, but here's some more of these these false records, and they're, you know, bad checks. Just a lot of driving under suspension, which I had a lot of driving under suspensions. That's why I lost my license for so many years. That was my main problem. That kept me down for years. I know now that it was all part of a fucking plan. They made sure that my license was suspended for as long as they possibly could, just to keep me down. Parking meter violation. This one here, complaint withdrawn. Never heard anything about that in my life. But the dates, it's funny, the dates that they use, they're sick, right? They use my family members' birthdays and shit in the dates. It's weird, right? There's the bad checks one again, you know? And there's two different docket numbers with bad checks. See that last one? And then here's another one. Bad checks. Private summary case type. Never had bad checks in my life. Never been charged with it in my life. Total bullshit. Total lie. But I'm pretty sure, I'm almost positive that my brother had been in trouble for that right around this time. Right around this time. So, you know, who has the power to get in there and change these records? And just take all his records and just give them to me like I'm the criminal or something. Like I did this bad shit. I mean, he got hemmed up when he was 18 years old, stole a priest's brand new car, and they took it out and wrecked it and blew it up and shit. Look, there's one. Barking dogs dismissed. Now here's where it starts. I don't think this person exists. This is a different John Hofer from, look at the town, Pottstown, PA, right? They use Pottstown, PA, and there's a bunch more from Nazareth, PA. It's just funny because the name, they share my exact name. Come on. And the shit, what are the odds that somebody shares my exact name and has all these very specific charges? You'll see here. Now, the barking dogs, my neighbor, who I suspected was, you know, a gang stalker from a while back, from years ago, they hated my dog barking. They fucking hated it. I mean, absolutely hated it. And they tried to get tough with me one time, and I you know, I'm not gonna back down. I said, "What is your problem?" I said, "It was not even, past the noise ordinance time." And I said, "It's a dog. It barks. What do you, what do you want me to do?" It's a dog. There's barking dogs all over town. So this is the people that do the gang stalking. These people that just can't stand somebody's barking dog or their grass not cut just right. This is what they do. So here, let's see here. I get all fired up about some of this stuff because it brings back the memories of all the shit that they've done to me over the years here. Let's see here. It didn't play them all. I don't know where they're. Well, let's just do this. See, get right to here. This is where all these records come from. They're in my iCloud photo gallery here. Because my phone's all fucked up. It won't work, of course. So if I look here, there's over 100. There's like 100 records or 99 criminal records with my name on it. And there's just a few of them are, well, regardless. It's neither here nor there. There's one with the guy in Nazareth, PA. He had terroristic threats and like shit that would put somebody on a watch list. He had violent charges. I think there was like it looks to me like they just completely made this guy up. They made somebody up. They put him in a town. Fudged a bunch of fucking shit and then attached it to my name, right? But it says that the guy was from August 1776, and it's funny that they use that August 1776 because when this all started, I took one of my Apple IDs. And I was all about being anonymous, I didn't want my name attached to anything because of the weird shit that was happening on my phone. I didn't know what they were trying to do. I had no idea. I was all freaked out at the beginning of this, just like any other TI would be. And so I took my name off my devices and everything. I named myself George Orwell on my device. And I put my birthday as August 1976, right? So I'm pretty sure they use that as just the little digs that they do. Those little things that they fucking do just to let you know that they can see everything you're doing on your phone. But I just still blows my mind that there's people that are idiots. I mean, idiot people that doing this gang stalking thing that are so fucking stupid. I'm sure they don't even know what they're doing. However they're able to keep these people from just blowing the lid off this whole fucking thing. Somehow they obviously have them convinced that it's their life if they say anything, because I mean somebody has to have a conscience out there. I guess maybe not. Maybe these fucking weird gang stalking people, that's what it takes to be one of these fucking perps. You can't have a conscience. So you have no empathy, you have no fucking care in the world. No guilt, no shame. They just do it. Because I know they get a lot of people that got in trouble when they use that to their advantage. They got people in trouble and then they hold that over their head. And I'm almost 100% sure, I'm telling you, I am convinced that that's what they did to my ex-wife. And if that's the case, that is sick. Because you're going to do something that literally destroys a family, like children's lives. You got kids at a very crucial age and point in their development who need every support person they can get, mother and father being the main two people, and you're gonna shove a wedge in between that. for your sick little game. And I'm talking about the prosecutor at the DA's office in Cambria County here. Prosecutor Joel Politis, because he was the prosecutor for every single one of these stupid little things they tried to get me in trouble for. He happened to be the prosecutor for every single one of them. Joel Politis. Joel Politis. Joel Politis. Joel Politis. Yeah, he absolutely is corrupt, crooked, shady. Yeah, he knows the deal. He knew the deal with any of the charges. You know, they know the whole story, and then they just take out what they need to make it look like you're a bad person or whatever, just to stack the charges and then but certain evidence that would be absolutely crucial to your case and make it, you know, shed some light on the whole situation and destroy their case, you know. They take it out, and that is absolutely prosecutorial misconduct, right? And they do this, and a lot of people don't even know how to find this out or how to do anything about it. You gotta do discovery. You gotta find out what they're going to use, and then you have to go further, and you have to do a motion to the court for a full discovery, and you have to specifically request the information that you know they're going to keep out. You got to request that information. You know it exists. They know it exists. It's not in your discovery packet. Why is that? Because it destroys their case. Now, the fact that it exists is the proof that they know that and they took it out, right? Now, they're going to get put on, they're going to lose their job, their career, and everything. And I don't understand why they would risk their career and all of this stuff for stupid little cases like this that they do this with, where they suppress certain evidence and they keep it out. You know, they're going to go on the, what's the list? There's a list, the Baker's list or something like that. I forget what it's called. But it's an open source list where they list these, you know, cops and prosecutors and DAs and professionals that are investigated and are found out to have committed these atrocities. They get put on blast on the Baker's list, and they, you know, then it follows them forever. And anybody can look this up. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, the Baker's list. I have to look into that, but anyway, hopefully this helps somebody. I mean, it took me a long time to get a lot of the knowledge that I have about this. I can only credit other TIs have helped me tremendously, because the things that they do are just so mind-blowing that a lot of people with a good conscience don't even think about that stuff, because, you know, they don't think that way. They're good people, good innocent people. You know, I couldn't imagine some of the stuff that they did without another TI bringing it to my attention, like oh no, they'll do this and they'll do that, and then it all starts making sense, right? So hopefully this helps some other TIs. Pay it forward. You know, if this helped you, pay it forward. Help some other TIs that are just going through this, because, you know, that's the only way we're going to get to the point where this is common knowledge for the general public, and it's the only way we're going to get this into the light. And that's the only way they're going to stop doing this, because their biggest fear is being exposed. That is their biggest fear. These kind of people hate the truth coming out, because they care what people think. That's the main thing. They care what people think. That is what drives them, right? And they'll do anything, obviously, to keep the truth from coming out if it destroys that image of them, you know, their reputation and their public image. So, with that being said, be good or be good at it. Peace.